Well, starting off, I mean, greet them.
Hey.
What's up, y'all?
I can't even be like...
I'm Kira.
Okay.
It's Living Lavish TV. Y'all, first of all, we've already been gone for...
a long time.
But that's besides the point.
Yeah, that's way besides the point. It is.
But we felt a need to make an appearance back on our channel because there are more important things going on that we felt like we needed to speak out about and discuss on our channel. Not saying we have this big old platform or anything,
right?
But it's,
who knows? Who knows who's gonna be watching this or when you'll be watching this? So
right,
we don't know.
The purpose, I guess, is to more so educate and to have others gain an understanding of what exactly is going on and how we as Black women are affected by, I guess, the things going on right now.
I'm falling for you, boy. Keep me falling. I'm feeling that I can't ignore. My love is calling. Tell me, are you that somebody?
So we don't really know the order in which we're going to be talking about things or really what to say, honestly. We don't even know how to get started. But as you guys all know, this is prompted from the murder of George Floyd, and not just him, because there are so many people who have been murdered by the police because of police brutality. But I mean, at some point you just have to take a stand and actually speak on things that are important and not really give a who has anything to say and just do it. So this is us just doing it. Yeah, today it just so happens to be Blackout Day.
Blackout Tuesday.
Yeah. So we're not black. How have, okay, we can talk about, because this is like been a big thing lately, how we have felt since the murder of George Floyd and then and the things that have come
I just gonna tear up.
Like how we have felt, because we have felt, okay, we talk about it like every day.
Last week I've never had that much emotion in my heart, and I think up until Sunday when I heard the news and then when I saw the video and stuff like that, I was just hurt, and I just didn't know. I just felt so many things at once. But from that point on until Sunday, all I felt was anger, and I felt rage, and I felt infuriated because here we go again. And I just didn't. And I think the rage and the infuriation I had at the world and at the government and at so many people who don't see what's wrong and why we are fighting for our lives every single day, it just angered me to my core. And I think Sunday, not saying I'm still not angry, but I think Sunday I was able to put that, I was able to process the anger, and it all turned to pain, and it turned to sadness, and I was so hurt and so sad because here we go again. I don't see how people can be silent. It leaves me speechless, but it makes me have to say so much. It's just like we've lost so much, and we fight every day a good fight. Every day it's a fight. Just walking out your house is literally, you pray for yourself and you pray for your family and your parents. And every morning I thank God, thank you for watching over us through the night, and I pray that we are able to come home again tonight. That's what I said. And I pray for me, my friends, and my family, and people who just are Black just like me, because it's so easy it's just so easy for us to be a hashtag. Like, it just could have been any one of us. And I think that's why Saturday, that's why Sunday I was hurt, because it processed, and I actually was able to get besides me being mad that could have been me, and that could have been Kira, or that could have been my mom or my dad, or that could have been anybody I love or any Black person Because I love every black person. I do.
I think for me, initially, of course, I was very upset, being that the point of the video where he called out for his mom, that really, really got to me, because you just have to understand the point of desperation you have to be in any situation, to where your response is to call for the person who birthed you. That's like real fear. I'm more of a processor, so for me, I was trying to make sense of, well, like, why somebody would do something like that. And I feel like each death that the black community inherits, I cannot fathom people being evil. Like, I do not get it. I know that evil exists, and I know that it's a thing, but I genuinely do not get why people choose to act in a way towards another group of people, whether it be black, Asian, Hispanic. Like, it just does not make sense to me why we have to take on so much hatred every day. Like, our prayers are different. They are different. We have to say our prayers differently because of the world we live in. I literally couldn't even imagine that being any of my family members. And I have a lot of siblings. I have my mom and my dad and their partners, and I couldn't even imagine something like that happening. So to see someone else in my community going through something that is literally my biggest fear now, it's crazy to me. I don't think that enough people like show decency and show love, because at the end of the day, I feel like it's just as basic as being loving. The fact that you have to come to a point to killing somebody and taking their life, like, you really, I just feel, hit the deep end. And that's just some other type of I don't condone.
You're right.
With all the things that have transpired after George Floyd's death, I'm like really proud of y'all.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Yeah.
Not just white people, but like all of the people who have been stepping out and saying what needs to be said. Like, I'm proud.
I'm gonna say the positive side of what I felt, because I have a lot of more negative emotions than positive emotions. Obviously, I do. But it brought tears to my eyes, and it does, to see so many people speak up, because never in my life ever, and we've been fighting for a long time, but never in my life or my mom's life or my grandma's life did I ever see celebrities, or not so to the extent that we see now, celebrities, and we see people who have platforms, are influencers, because it used to anger me so much, and it still does, that people that are able to capitalize off of the black community and black culture never say nothing. But you have everything to say when it comes to another social issues, when it comes to gays, or when it comes to women's rights, or when it comes to just any of the social issues that we've ever had. They've never spoken out about black people being killed. This is not the first time a black man has been murdered by a police officer. And so when Mike Brown died, or I shouldn't say died, when Mike Brown was killed, or Philando Castile, or Oscar Grant, or Breonna Taylor, because she's here. I feel it when all of those black people died, or they were murdered. Not one celebrity spoke out, and I remember that. Not to the extent that they do now. The same would speak out. Jamie Foxx, Kerry Washington would speak out. Beyonce would speak out, of course, but I'm talking about these white influencers or these non-black influencers who capitalize off of black people, or who date black men, and who have black children, who have black friends. They would never say nothing. And I think it's so important, more than ever, to speak out now. And that being said, that's probably the only positive thing I have to say, because everything else goes into, I am so mad. And I'm mad at a lot of people. I'm mad at those same people because it took this long for you to be upset. And it took 493 African American people to be killed at the hands of non-black people with no conviction for you to be upset. It took a world international pandemic for you to sit in the house for 3 or 4 months, for you to be glued to your phone, to the news, for you to actually say something when they've been killing us for 400 years. To further say, to add to that, a post and a caption and, you know, putting the link and stuff, that's all great. It is. But it's not enough. I want to see visibility. I want to see what you actually have to say, the words from your mouth. I want to hear that, and I want to see you out there protesting with us, because there's just no reason why we should have to fight for this. Again, to continue the fight. There's just no reason why. And I get so mad because people don't understand, and people talking about the looting and the rioters and how we're destroying the country and we're just being disrespectful, and what other terms they put on us for this. Everything is justifiable, and I do not condone the looting and burning of these small businesses who've been privileged to, you know, be owned by black people or a minority who are come from that same community. But when it comes to these corporations and things that can be replaced, we can't replace black people, we can't replace a life. But everything's justifiable. We have the right to tear down this freaking country that we built. We have every right. It was built on the back of black people for free, and we have never got any reparations from it. They don't love us, and they don't support us, and they don't make policies for us. They don't. It's not for us.
Backing off of that, people being in denial, I just want to address those who have felt the need to dilute the movement by saying things like all lives matter, focusing on the looting aspect of that have resulted of protest, which I'm not even sure.
What's the point? Why are you saying that?
What do you get out of saying those things? Being that it's just not necessary. It's kind of like you see something crazy going on, you see it with your own eyes, but somehow you have to make it about you
with your own agenda.
Right. I feel like the all lives matter thing it's bull.
I wrote in a paper about that, because if all lives matter, why aren't you as mad as us?
And that's just it.
Because you're right, all lives do matter, but if we are part of the all lives don't matter just yet, because we don't matter. So why aren't you mad at us? And All Lives Matter was created in a response for black people saying Black Lives Matter. So at the time, y'all wouldn't even have a thing if it wasn't for black people being killed. So I'm just confused on your logic.
But you're not affected. If you're not being affected by police brutality, why is it necessary to say that all life matters?
Yeah,
I mean that's a given. We as black people know that all life does matter. Everybody's life matters,
except for ours, and that's why we're screaming that.
But that's why we're screaming Black Lives Matter, because it don't seem like y'all give a Like, it doesn't seem that y'all see that we matter too, being that all of these people have been murdered, the ones that we've seen, because there are many
countless
murders that haven't even been documented or news-wise.
People get killed every day.
Right.
It's not just the 493 that's been broadcasted on the news. People die every day at the hands of white people with no conviction. We're not fighting for revenge. We're not even that mad for that. We just want equality. We just want to be treated equal. We want to be able to go to the store and not be followed. We want to be able to ride down the street and not see a cop and tense up. We want to be able to wear our natural hair to job interviews, or not looked at as we're a thug, or we have to push ourselves to be twice as good to have half of what y'all get. That's what we want. We want equality. And them all lives matter folks, baby, y'all just racist. There's enough resources out here in the world for you to understand why all lives matter. It's not true, or it's not effective. But just in case y'all haven't seen the logic or the concept, let me explain furthermore. When you go to breast cancer walks and you see breast cancer victims, do you think there are people out there talking about kidney cancer or screaming at them saying that I have lung cancer or all cancer matters? Because you're right. All cancer victims do matter. But right now, we ain't talking about them. We're talking about breast cancer victims. And that's what we're here for. So it's the same concept. You don't show up to a Black Lives Matter protest and scream that and be so disrespectful to us. That's a slap in the face.
There's so much evidence that proves otherwise that it's not even funny.
Yeah.
So just clean your hands of that and move on.
Yeah, move that on.
I don't want this video to just seem like we're just ranting, even though we are. We're venting. But I also want to include that there are solutions to these kind of things. I'm not just talking about, there are things you can do. So there are places you can donate to. You can sign petitions, call. I mean, there's all type of things you can do. I challenge you non-Black viewers to check up on your Black friends. Just emotionally taking all of this in this week. This has sparked a lot of life-changing events lately. So I just feel like little things like that could help to ignite some change.
I think I'm different because I don't want you to check up on me. I don't. Because I want you to put yourself in my shoes and think about all the oppression that we've had, all the Black people that's been killed. And that's just literally one side. Think about the systematic racism. Think about the wrongfully convicted. And then I want you to put yourself in my shoes and see if you'll be okay too. Because obviously I'm not. But don't ask me am I okay. Go out there. I want to see you. Because if you're my friend, don't ask me if I'm okay. I want to know that you're not okay. That you are almost just as mad as I am. And you are out there confronting anybody who has an issue with the issue, who has an issue with the movement, who supports people who don't support us. I want to know that you're not okay. I really do. I don't want you, because I'm not okay. And so it's only so much that we can do, because obviously you see it hasn't done a lot. So for you to be non-Black, I want to know, especially if you're white, I want to know that you're not okay with what happened, and that you're going to speak up about it, about anybody, with anybody, your family, because racism is not, you are not born racist, ever.
At all.
Them babies just love people. You are taught that by your parents and by your experiences and by, just your environment. But you are born privileged.
That's another thing. Yeah, you have to
acknowledge that.
Yeah, you have to acknowledge your privilege. And that's literally your first step to wanting to help. You need to acknowledge your privilege and understand that my life and your life,
we live two different lives.
We don't have equal opportunity
at all. But we're valued, but we're not valued at the price of where we should be. Because y'all love us for the NFL. Y'all love us for all your athletics. You love us. Black people, I mean, but we built America. We built NASA. We built just about every major corporation in America. You might not know that, but we did. And we don't get, and look at who the CEOs of those corporations are. Look at how many black CEOs there is in the world. Because for all that we've done, there's not a great representation of it. It's not because of us. It's because of the privilege white people have. How they're able to get second and third and fourth and fifth trials, where if we strike out on our first, we're done for it. I just really ask you to just re-examine yourself and re-examine your friends, because people say they don't speak out because they don't want to lose. They don't want people judging them for their opinion, or they don't want to lose. I don't know. I don't get that concept. Because if you say you're not a racist, why would you be trembling or worried about what a racist thinks of you?
At this point, I'm more so just tired of having
the conversation.
Yeah, I'm just ready for some change. And I'm open to conversation because, of course, I want people to learn and to be educated. But I'm tired of trying to get the point across without change. That's what I'm tired of. So
that's nicely put. I've talked to so many people throughout this week, and I'll just leave y'all with this. If you are quiet, if you think this is not your fight, you are so wrong, because this is everybody's fight, and this is not just black people's fight, and it's not just a minority fight, and it's not a white people's fight. It's literally wrong versus right. It's literally what it's about. It's about racism versus everybody. Because people love to say they're not a racist. Those people are complacent with racism. So if you're complacent, if you're quiet, if you apply to any of those things I just said, you too are racist, and you are a part of the problem. If you find something wrong, it is your responsibility to speak up. We should not have to beg for people to fight, for people who took an oath that was supposed to protect us to stop killing us. We shouldn't have to fight for that, and we shouldn't have to ask for that. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, black people, we fight for everybody. Black people are everything. But I tell people all the time, if I could do it again, I want to choose another life, because I love being black. The burden's heavy, but the crown's heavier.
Our channel this was the point of it. Like, we want to, I mean, it's just not us coming on camera doing this, doing that. Like, we actually want to ignite change. We hope you guys took something from this video. We love you guys, all of you guys. We done.
Yeah,
I love y'all. We wish y'all to be safe in the protests. If you are protesting, and gain more knowledge each and every day, because I know I'm learning something each and every day.
There's nothing in the world more important, not even that coronavirus, nothing in the world that's more important than what we're talking about.